When the state comptroller, Susan Combs, came out with her revenue estimate for the state last week, it showed in order to maintain the same level of services that we provide right now, taking in consideration for growth, projected growth, the state would need $99 billion with only $72 billion in projected revenue. And the state could face a $27 billion budget gap. That's far worse than the worst case scenario that many of us had heard. With public education, higher education, health, human services making up most of the state spending, it was clear that we were going to face significant cuts by the state. It concerned me when I heard elected officials say that the state would not have new taxes or use a rainy day fund in this dire situation. This past Wednesday, the House released the first draft of its budget, and it's very discouraging. The information we have is very preliminary, and we will continue to evaluate the contents of the report as more information becomes available to us. As it stands, using the House budget, the AISD would lose $27.6 million in basic state funding next year and another $7 million in state grant funds. The grants that are not funded in the draft budget include our $1.7 million technology allotment that is currently used to pay for the technology staff development, staff development, and the software used to support our technology bond purchases. The $3.2 million pre-K grant that allows us to serve pre-K students in area daycare centers, that will be gone. The draft budget could impact 10,000 jobs at the state level, as well as jobs of thousands of teachers around the state. And we do not expect the budgets released by the Senate or by the governor's office to be much different. Texas is currently 48th in education, and this situation will only make it worse. In my opinion, we can't have economic progress or advance in technology without strong public education system. In my opinion, it is not right to take what has made our country and state strong and to say we're not going to give kids the same or better opportunities than what we have today. I encourage you, as citizens, to email or write your state representative, your senator, and our state leadership to let them know what they're proposing to do to public education will be disastrous to the future of our state and our nation. We must make our voices heard. These cuts will be detrimental to public education and, as a result, to our state economy and our advancement. On February 3rd, I will be bringing to the board the first of several rounds of recommended budget reductions for next year. This is something that cannot wait. This is something that we have to start on. And I will say this, though. The most important thing about a school district is what goes on in the classrooms and the education of our students. And no matter what happens at the state level and with the budgets, there are going to be 64,000 students that will show up next year in August. And it's my promise that I'm going to do everything I can. We will do the very best for every child in the AISD, whatever our resources are available to us. And I know that our employees in our district have the same feelings. I know our community wants to have a strong education system. I know our community is proud of what we've done in the Arlington ISD. And I'm discouraged and disappointed in the direction that we are going in our state at this present time. But I made a commitment to education. I made a commitment to the AISD. And we're going to do everything we can to ensure every student has a remarkable education. Thank you very much.